Hi, my name is Shelby Howard. Today I'm doing a video on the digestive system. The date is 8/12/2018 and this is for Bio 240. So right here on the wall I drew a rough sketch of what the digestive system will be and the order of it. So imagine biting into a big juicy hamburger. The enzyme in your saliva, salivary amylase, is the start of the digesting the carbohydrates, most likely those located in the bun. Go ahead and take a real bite. Chew slowly so that your teeth can break down some of the food. Swallow and pay attention to the feeling of the bites of food being squeezed down your esophagus into your stomach. The action is called peristalsis, and it occurs throughout your entire digestive tract. Once the cheeseburger bits are in the stomach, they are referred to as bolus. The bolus is drowned in gastric juice, which is made up of enzyme pepsin and hydrochloric acid. The enzymes and acid act to break down the food and release the nutrients. The carbohydrates, proteins, and fat in foods you consume all are important to the proper nutrition. Excesses of them that get you in trouble, like when you have excessive amounts of them. But they must be in their smaller forms to be used by each cell. The final stage in digestion occurs in the small intestine. Digested food from the stomach is pumped into the small intestine, which gets flooded with fluid and enzymes from the liver, which is bile, and the pancreas, pancreatic amylase, tryptophan, and then lipase. Those chemicals help to break down the molecules from the digesting food into its smaller components. The smallest form of carbohydrate is glucose, which is sugar molecule. Proteins can be produced to amino acids, fats can be produced to fatty acids, and glycerol. The smallest form of the nutrients pass through the walls of the small intestine and are absorbed into the bloodstream. The unusable nutrients are absorbed into the bloodstream from the small intestine. The leftover material continues on to the large intestine, where fecal matter, or poop, is created. The large intestine absorbs water and some electrolytes from the leftover material, and that water is returned into the body to prevent dehydration. If too much water is absorbed, constipation occurs. If too little water is absorbed, diarrhea occurs. Once the feces are created, they pass to the colon, where they are stored. When the colon is full, a signal is sent to your brain telling you that you need to relax your anal sphincter and releases the feces. So, important use of molecules pass through the walls of the small intestine into the bloodstream. So the bloodstream then carries those molecules throughout the entire body. Every nook and cranny are supplied by blood capillaries, so every nook and cranny receives nutrients from the food you digest. The walls of the capillaries are very, very thin. Just outside of the capillary walls is a fluid called interstitial fluid. The fluid fills every space between every cell in the body, cushioning and hydrating the cells and serving as part of the matrix through which nutrients and wastes are passed. The nutrients gained from digesting food diffuse through the capillary walls across the interstitial fluid and are absorbed by the cells at the same time. Waste produced by the cell's metabolic processes diffuses out the cell across the interstitial fluid and into the capillary, where it can be carried to the kidney and for excretion. So in my picture, I go ahead having it start from the mouth and then ending at the anus, and we've already talked about all these places. So like we have the salivary glands up here, we have the esophagus, we have the liver, the pancreas, the bladder, the small intestine, the large intestine, the rectum, and the anus. Thank you again. My name is Shelby Howard. This is for Bio 240, and I hope you have a nice night.